Almost there. O'Sullivan goes himself, and Hughie O'Sullivan spots the gap, and he roams through a classic scrum half try.
Brilliant try. He just waited for the gap to appear and didn't panic. And it's good to see a player who doesn't panic when he's got the ball, because he knows that the opposition are the ones who should be panicking, and you just walk the try in.
Saw the gate was wide open,
and went through it like just took it off like a dog right through the gap.
and the first real meaningful attack from Belvedere, and they come away with a score.
Absolutely, and it looks like now they'll go 7-3 up, and Lansdowne will be feeling bad about not getting the try down the other end when they had the chance.
Wilkinson lines this one up. Seven 3, and Lansdowne. They've hard questions to answer now, Mick.
Yeah, and this is where you wonder about the confidence of the side at the moment. You can just see, confidence draining out of teams when they give away a fairly straightforward try like that. I mean, Belvedere's first time to attack and they score a try, and not just that, but a try where they just literally walked it in under the post.
Madigan with the restart. James Dillon takes it. Belvedere will get set up. They'll create the path for the exit. O'Sullivan, former professional rugby player, of course.
That's right. Good player.
Goes high into the sky, and he finds touch, and that's all you can do from those sort of situations.
Exactly. Get it out of your own 22. That's what you got to do.
And it's been a tough 2026 for Lansdowne. No wins yet.
No wins yet, and not playing with any sort of confidence. And players at this level, when the confidence goes, it takes them a long time to get it back. But you never know if they can get their mojo and get movement. Belvedere has stolen another line out there, and
Belvedere, everything going their way at the moment.
Yes.
O'Sullivan, a tester in the air, and again, James Dillon gets up and causes trouble.
We'll have it again.
And Belvedere, they're on the move. O'Sullivan, so clever is the scrum half, spots the space and executes the pick.
Very well done, and they've worked their way up the pitch out of their own 22, and they've used the kick to do it, and it has worked out very well for them.
But it all comes from the scrum half. Hughie O'Sullivan, 2 kicks in that build-up.
Yeah, he's been very good, and he's quite a sharp player as well. So he's done very well so far in this game.
Utilising all his know-how.
Absolutely. That's what you want to see a scrum half doing.
They seem to be targeting Hugo McLaughlin in the air every time, Belvedere.
Well, they are, and he hasn't got his hands on the ball. He got his hands on one of them, but all the others have gone to Belvedere.
The one positive for Lansdowne has been in tight areas. They seem the stronger of the two sides in the early going.
Yeah, well, yeah, in the tight scrums and a couple of the mauls, but Belvedere are very good when they get it into open space near the goal line. They look very dangerous indeed. And Lansdowne have the wind in this first half. This is a major setback for Lansdowne to be behind at this stage. With quite a wind behind them.
They always say the wind gives you a bit of a buffer.
It does give you a buffer, but but you've got to use it properly. You've got to use it to get down, because you'll have plenty of time running against the wind.
Shouts of a crooked throw, but nothing coming from the referee. And Lansdowne burst into life. And Hugo McLaughlin connects with his winger. Shouts of a high tackle. But Lansdowne recycle quickly. Matthews down that short side. There's an edge to this game already. You can feel it in the air. Here's Morris. Marks, the captain, wants it, but Paul Wilson marks, goes cross field, but Bobby Sheehan can't take it cleanly. But we're coming back for a penalty.
Yeah, it's just disappointing. I didn't think it was necessary to cross kick that ball, because there was cover out there. It wasn't as if the guy was on his own. I mean, Sheehan was not on his own. He was up against a guy who was jumping with him. So
Andy
it wasn't
Marks
really,
is so central to that
yeah,
Lansdowne attack.
absolutely he is. Yeah, a lot of what happens with Lansdowne comes through him, and it's a player down on the ground now, and that's why they're taking a little break here. And it'll be interesting to see what Lansdowne do from this penalty.
They'll poke it into the corner.
I'd be surprised if they don't go to the corner flag with this one.
Put it on a plate for Bobby Sheehan and his forwards.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
And Mick, you were calling a lot of Leinster schools games during the week. Did you
Yeah.
enjoy it?
Oh, I really enjoyed it. I mean, I that is the purest rugby in this country. It's fantastic. I did a great match yesterday up in Lakelands. It was the replay between Presbray and St. Gerard's, and Presbray came out on top in the end in a fabulous game. It was just end to end stuff. Like
Never say die.
never say die, giving everything, and two fabulous teams giving great performances, and it was great to watch.
Lansdowne bring it down through Rory Clark. And here comes the maul. Will it produce the end product? Sheehan bounces off the back. And Bobby Sheehan scores. That's classic.
Yeah, that's a real typical Sheehan try, isn't it? That's why I say he's like his brother for smelling a try. Yeah, as I always say, the Sheehans are like the Jimmy Greaves of rugby. They just know how to pick a score. It's
Lansdowne bring
fantastic.
it down through. It's simple. It's straightforward, but it's so effective.
Very effective, yeah. And they're using the power of the pack to actually take on Belvedere. But it was good power there from Sheehan to get over, because it was by no means certain when he broke away from them all that he was going to make the line, but he powered his way over.
And Lansdowne back into the lead.
Back into the lead, and but they need to have a bigger lead than that. With that wind behind them in the first half, they're going to need to get some points on the board, because you don't want to go into the second half with Belvedere coming down with a gale behind them, and that wind is serious enough to make a big difference in the game.
Madigan should be routine for him,
Hopefully,
and it is.
it's free kick.
But if you were the coach, is that something you'd be saying before the game? We have the win in the first half, lads.
Yeah.
Let's get as much points on the board as we can.
Exactly. Well, Belvedere actually obviously won the toss because Lansdowne were kicking off. So Belvedere it was their tactic to play against the wind in the first half. So, I mean, from that point of view, Belvedere will be quite happy with a scoreline of 10-7 at this stage of the game, like playing against that wind.
Into the hands of Beatrice. Or Barry Fitzpatrick, rather. Here's Beatrice, the South African, once of Trinity. Madigan goes to clear the lines, but it's blocked down. And is it a try? A difficult decision coming up.
I don't think it's a try. I thought he didn't get to it. I thought the Lansdowne player got to it first with his boot. He just got it out of the way, but a very close shave.
We don't have a TMO here today.
No TMO, but he's going to the touch judge. I don't. My gut feeling was that it wasn't a try.
Paddy Dowling,
Yeah,
chasing after that one. Madigan, he didn't see the oncoming defender.
yeah. No, I think it's going to be a 20. I think it's going to be a dropout from the goal line.
So Lansdowne live to fight another day.
Yeah, he just got the boot to it first.
Squeaky bum time.
Squeaky bum time is right. I tell you, I was getting a touch of the squeakies myself when I saw that.
Here's Josh Eriksson,
runner. Oh my!
charged up and ready to go.
Why would you kick it to him? He's an unbelievable player.
O'Sullivan Swings it over the top to Dylan. And Belvedere, they have confidence now.
Forward pass.
But a forward pass, but we're coming back for a penalty. And Lansdowne infringing and giving Belvedere easy access back into the red zone.
Yes. Yeah. Sure. I'm not sure why the penalty was.
Offside,
Kieran.
potentially.
Was it? Okay.
Coming out of the line too fast.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. Yeah. Okay.
Frustrating from a Lansdowne point of view.
But a very good opportunity for Belvedere again to get into the Lansdowne.
And they're going for the posts
Going for the post.
to make it a level game.
Well, this is good
Game
work.
management.
This is game management by Belvedere. Sensible thinking. Get level on the board against the wind. And how long has gone in the game? 25 minutes. It's a very good scoreline for Belvedere at this stage against that wind.
David Wilkinson. He's only 24, but it feels like he's been in that Belvedere jersey for a long time already.
Yes, yeah, he's had a good run in the side, and consistent player, talented player.
Level game.
Level game. Yeah, it's very good results for Belvedere in that situation, and they're a side that has to be reckoned with. Belvedere. Lansdowne might have more power up front, but Belvedere have shown around that it's not all about power. You can have a side that's very well adjusted, and
when you have a maestro like Hughie O'Sullivan at scrum half, anything can happen.
Right. Exactly, yeah. He's a very experienced player.
Pulling the strings. And Belvedere don't claim the restart.
Lansdowne get a put in there.
And it'll be Bobby Sheehan to throw it in. And there's a real edge to this, a Derby Day edge.
Oh, I don't know why they'd be arguing over that. And there's a very straightforward situation there. Like you're wasting energy starting a row over nothing. And it only gets the referee involved then, and he's watching out for everybody.
But from a Lansdowne point of view, you wouldn't blame them if they're a bit edgy. They haven't won in 2026.
That's right, yeah.
They know that they need to start winning.
Yeah. He's given the choice of a scrum or a line out, and Lansdowne have taken the scrum.
A good opportunity to launch an attack.
Launch an attack or get another penalty, and get right inside the 22. I said that's what they're thinking about, is trying to get a penalty here.
Keep the ball in and milk the penalty.
Milk the penalty, yeah. That's what South Africa would do, Kieran.
It's not the best rugby to watch.
No.
But it's effective. It gets points on the board.
I wouldn't pay 5 pence to watch South Africa. I really wouldn't.
And Lansdowne put on the squeeze again, but Belvedere more solid this time. Lansdowne don't want to use it, but they're going to have to.
They have to use it.
Madigan brings in his winger. Here's Wilson. Keeley.
Good play by Lansdowne.
Still going, drilling the legs. Lansdowne almost there.
It's a penalty to Lansdowne as well.
Free play. Here's Fitzpatrick, a stalwart of this club.
That's a try.
And similar to the Belvedere try early on.
Very, very like the Belvedere try. Just snuck in, waited for the gap to appear. The pillar wasn't there.
Still going, drilling the legs.
Good
Jack
try.
Matthews,
Good
very
try.
alert.
Yeah.
Spotted the space. And almost a carbon copy of the first Belvedere try.
Exactly. And it's a good awareness, that you're as a scrum half to watch out for that bit of space that's close into the breakdown. Because you do get that little bit of space if the pillar doesn't go close to the breakdown. And they did very well. So you spotted that one well, Kieran.
15-10 the score. And Lansdowne back in front.
Back in front, but they need to be back in front by a lot more to guarantee a win here, because I think that wind is sizable and will make a big difference in the second half.
I'll ask you the hard questions now. How many points is that wind, Mick?
That wind, I think, could be as high as 12 points. I would have thought 12 to 15 points. but I love the quality of the rugby that's being played at AIL level, Kieran. I mean, have you
Heads up
noticed?
rugby.
Yeah, but have you noticed the difference in quality in the last few years of how the AIL has taken off and the quality of players coming
Even the
through?
investment from the fans has drastically changed.
Absolutely, they're actually enjoying the rugby almost more than the professional game.
Let's not forget it's a Six Nations Saturday today, and there's still people out here supporting their club.
Absolutely, absolutely. And wouldn't it be great if we went back in to watch Wales beating England and pigs can fly?
One step at a time. Lansdowne, 7 points in the clear at the moment. Matthews at the base. He's going to swing the leg at it. Meredith underneath this one.
Ball.
But Lansdowne get the ball straight back. They've got a pep in their step now. Can move at pace. McLaughlin. This is better from Lansdowne. Quick ball. Belvedere get in. Cause problems. But Will MacDonald is told leave it alone.
It looked very offside there in the back line. Belvedere.
Belvedere coming up fast and hard. Living on the danger line.
Yeah. But their back line was offside that time, and the touch judges have got to keep an eye on that, because it just messes up attack when a defense is way over they're way over the back of the breakdown, and in professional level, it really annoys me that they don't watch for that, because there's very little midfield backs can do if they're left in a situation where the guys they're getting the ball and they're getting a player at exactly the same time. It makes it very difficult for them to play.
But similar to Thursday night, if you don't claim those contestables, it gets loose.
It does get very loose.
And it benefits one team.
Yeah, it does. It does. But it didn't seem to hold the French back anyway. They're a phenomenal team when they're going forward.
Brilliant to watch. From an Irish perspective, it's difficult at times, but from a pure rugby perspective.
Yeah. I don't think we should get too down about it, because I think what's going to happen is other teams are going to get absolutely slaughtered by that French team. And the big interest will be in that last game, England against France, will be the deciding of the championship, I would say,
Lucas goes up, slaps it down his side. Paul Wilson goes back, retreats and gets the ball. Schools Cup winning captain with Gonzaga 3 years ago.
Yeah, great young lad. And I played with his dad in Lansdowne, Paul Wilson, who passed away only a few weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, he passed away, and his young lad is out here playing for Lansdowne today, and he's a smashing kid.
Our thoughts with his family, of course. But
he sorely missed, Will Paul.
Andy Marks has nowhere to go, but he still moves forward. A hard man to put down. Matthews pokes one in behind, and into touch it goes.
Good play. You did the right thing there, because it was starting to get messy, and Matthews used his head and just said, I'm going to stick this through, and let's see if we can put some pressure on the line out.
Belvedere want to go quickly, but Fogarty says, come back here.
That's right, yeah. No, he wasn't going to have anything taken quickly right there. It's starting to get cold now, Kieran. You can feel that little bit of cold air coming in again. I thought it was lovely and warm most of the day today, but have we ever had weather like it over the last few weeks? It's been appalling.
Rain, and more rain.
Absolutely. A good win for Belvo on that line out.
Belvedere steady the ship at the line out. O'Sullivan is called in. Lansdowne try and disrupt. O'Sullivan goes back to the sky. Out it goes, and back we come.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people shouting offside. I didn't see an offside there, but they're claiming the Belvedere supporters are claiming there was an offside, but they're trying to put a bit of pressure on the referee.
Do you think that's what it is sometimes
I
from
think it is, yeah.
from
I think it
fans
is. I think it is. And
trying to get into his head,
yeah,
make him second guess himself?
offside before the ball is even played, they're shouting offside, offside, and the refs have got to put that out of their minds. So they're under enough pressure as it is, and I think they do generally a good job. They care about what they're
That's
doing.
something I heard during the week you say about the schools refereeing.
Yeah.
It's been quality.
I mean, the guy who did yesterday's match was a young referee from UCD, and he was absolutely fantastic. And I mean, there were situations in the last few minutes where you might have said the Gerrards would get a penalty. He wasn't having any of
In
that.
the heat of the moment.
In the heat of the moment, he wasn't going to cave in, and he did very well. I thought he was really brilliant.
And Lansdowne, a missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity, yeah. I'm not sure whether he's asking for it to be taken again.
And it's a loud crowd here today.
Yeah. Against the Jesuits. This is
one of the loudest in recent memory.
Absolutely.
Madigan goes behind, Marks and chase, and Andy Marks has the ball.
Absolutely brilliant.
They go through the gate. Barry Fitzpatrick. Here comes the drive. And there is the try.
Good try.
But it all comes from Madigan scanning and kicking it over the top.
Kick over the top, but Andy Marks. What a piece of play by Andy Marks. And Lansdowne are very happy with that. And
Madigan.
I don't know, there was a little bit of argy-bargy afterwards there, but look at Marks. He just went in brilliantly on that ball and took it, and then the drive. I'm not sure who actually got the try. It was it was really
Barry Fitzpatrick had a hand at one point.
Did he? Yeah.
I'm not sure if he put it down, but
there was 8 of them on top of him anyway. There was 8 of them on top of him, so somebody scored the try.
All drive, no breaks.
Yeah, exactly. You're a bit of a comedian today, are you? Huh? You're in that sort of form, are you?
I wouldn't be a good stand-up comedian. I can't do the stand-up bit.
But you have a good sense of humour, man. And that's all you need, you know.
And Madigan can't stick this over. And Mick, you said it, 12 points. They have a 12-point lead now.
That's it. And you need at least that. At least that. Because this Belvedere team will not lie down. You can see it by the way they're playing, Kieran.
In the white expanses.
Yeah, they're dangerous and they're wide awake to everything that's going on, you know. And you can feel that wind is getting bigger and bigger. I can feel that wind coming harder and harder all the time. And I think it's going to be a hell of a second half.
And now it's Belvedere who have questions to answer. Fitzpatrick receives it.
Lansdowne should try and get down the paddock here.
You called it. Matthews heard you. And Meredith does really well under that high ball. Mulcair tips it on. Meredith again. Lansdowne maybe encroaching that time. They're coming up fast.
They are coming up fast, but I think the crowd shouting offside all the time is not that. They're absolutely incorrect there. I mean, they shouldn't be doing that. They should just try to enjoy watching the match and not be looking.
O'Sullivan has to go to the skies. No other option. And Dylan underneath it goes backwards.
But he still has the ball, kept possession, which he did very well.
But it's too slow at the moment for Belvedere. And Lansdowne get the penalty.
Yeah.
And Lansdowne can go down that corner again, down the tracks.
It must be almost half time.
And they're only one away from the bonus point as well, Nick.
Yes.
And every point counts in this league, as we know.
Counts in this league. The bonus points are very, very important. He's going for 3 points here if he wants to try and get further ahead. He was listening to my point about at least 15 points.
Make it a 3-score game.
Make it a 3-score game, you know, and that way you have to. They have to. Obviously, Lansdowne realise the wind is starting to build up. that could have been one of the reasons that Belvedere decided to play against the wind, was that they had maybe been onto uh, the weather people, and found that the wind is going to build up in the second half of on the later part of the afternoon. So this is an important kick from Madigan, not an easy one.
Absolutely not. About 41 metres.
Yes, yeah. No, that's well wide. It's
And
well
it goes
wide.
wide.
Yeah, yeah.
Not long left in this first half.
Not long left, but I mean, they still have to kick it out of their 22. So it's not like a disaster for Lansdowne not getting the kick, because they can take the high ball coming out now.
And also today, the D6W Derby, St. Mary's against Energia.
Yeah, that is a war in the making.
Fitzpatrick again underneath that one. So assured is the number 8. A huge double hit from Belvedere. O'Riordan still going, gets them to halfway.
Some good yards there.
Former AIL winner with Cork.
Yeah,
Madigan
it's a decent kick by Madigan.
kicks it long, but Meredith is there and he sends it back.
Lansdowne running back at them.
McLaughlin goes back to the kick tennis. And the scrum half sends one back.
Touch Croke Park about it right now.
Who will make the first mistake? But Madigan says enough is enough.
Yeah, get it down there, and that's the right thing to do. And using the wind properly, he just decided there's been enough messing now. And one of the things that really gets me, Kieran, even back from my day, is that when you kick the ball, why do they find the hands of the defenders so easily? I mean, the pitch is 99% grass.
Make sure you get it off the pitch.
Get it onto the grass. Make sure it bounces at least. But kicking balls down and going straight into the fullback or the winger's hands, you do it against the likes of France,
New Zealand, France.
You're going to struggle. You're going to struggle big time.
Especially when they have a back three like they do, France.
Exactly. God, they're electric, weren't they? And that lad on the left wing is dynamite. Absolute dynamite.
And without Damien Penno as well.
Leaving Penno out. I wonder, are they just leaving Penno out just because they don't need him right now and they want to see what the other lads can do? I don't know.
So many options. Options aplenty for the French.
Absolutely.
And Belvedere want to finish the half strong. Jaden Beckett, the big New Zealander. The offside calls come again.
Yeah.
James Dillon.
We're overdoing the offside calls because they weren't offside. So
makes some meters. O'Malley trucks it up. Belvedere not getting much purchase at the minute. But they go to the wide channels. But Lansdowne scrambling across.
Belvedere looking very dangerous.
But they can't deny that one. That was
well offside, yeah. That was well offside, but
Matt Healy out of the line.
Yeah, but some of the it's going to be yellow card. He's getting influenced by the crowd on this side, who are just constantly shouting offside every time the ball goes out, which just annoys me. I think it's just petulant stuff.
But now Belvedere have an opportunity.
To make a big difference here. We're into injury time now.
Wilkinson can rocket them in to the red zone. But he just makes sure of touch.
Yeah.
Not taking any risks, because we've seen that a lot recently.
Yeah. It's a great chance for Belvedere here. And this is an important play, that's for sure.
Callum Dowling.
We've only had a couple of injuries, so I mean it won't be too long in injury time.
Finds his target. Down they go. Here's MacDonald.
Great tackle.
On the hard line. Ericsson. Always makes meters, the number 8. O'Sullivan has to tidy up. Redden gets it loose. Keating's after this one. And Jack Keating, he's so fast, but he's not going to get to that ball. Hugo McLaughlin is there in time.
He did well, Hugo, there. But Lansdowne have a dropout. They've got to make sure this goes at least to the halfway line and get themselves out of that 22. Belvedere look very dangerous going forward, don't they?
These goal line dropouts do invite the pressure straight back on.
Oh, they do. They do. You've got to follow up as well. You've got to be really, really keen on your follow up.
Madigan creates the angle for himself.
Yeah.
And Josh Eriksson goes into contact. O'Sullivan over the top again. Tom Mulcair still going, pumping the legs. O'Sullivan to O'Malley. Belvedere on the edge of the 22. Here's Eriksson, the big number 8, ever involved. And it's a penalty advantage. James Dillon to Tom Mulcair, but we're going to come back for the penalty.
Yeah.
And it's like a madhouse here today.
Belvedere crowd here are very aggressive about.
There was a hand in there in fairness.
Yeah, there's another penalty. So that brings back 3 points, which is a good finish of the half for Belvedere.
The right call as well. They have that wind in the second half.
They have a big wind in the second half.
Just reduce the deficit. Go into the halftime break.
Yeah.
And Wilkinson in line with the post here.
Yeah. Wonder what he feels about that Schools Cup final that was never played.
How do you feel about that Schools Cup final that was never played?
Well, I know the players in Newbridge. I met them afterwards and they were very disappointed that the game wasn't played at some stage. And because they never really found out which was the best team, you know.
And Wilkinson adds an extra 3.
So he's very spot on in his kicking.
And 24-13 is the score at half time.
Yeah.
But Belvedere have that wind in the second half.
Absolutely.
We'll be back with you shortly. Thank you.
Yeah.
And we're back for the second half. 24-13 the score. Lansdowne in front, but Belvedere, they have that win in the second half.
Yeah, Lansdowne are going to have to play a lot of ball out of their own half by running it, and they're going to find that difficult enough. I think Belvedere are definitely within the range to win this match. Lansdowne will have to score tries to win this game.
And at the next break of play, you're going to fill us in on some of the scores around the place today.
Absolutely, yeah. I was just looking up to see. I know the St. Mary's are
Belvedere
up.
playing at speed. A disconnect at the line slows them down, and Lansdowne get the penalty.
Yeah. I just got that St. Mary's are 14-0 up against Terranure at half time, and Young Munsters are 49-14 up against UCD in the second half, and Ballyhinch 33-0 up against Nina Ormond, and Clontarf are losing at home 3-7 to Cork Constitution at half time, and obviously Lansdowne are 24-13 up against Belvedere. So
Plenty happening.
Plenty happening, yeah.
Lands on the Lansdowne side. Madigan. They stay right. Julian Velisi's in now as well for Lansdowne. The Italian stallion. Wilson knocks it on, and Belvedere can counter-attack.
It's a Belvedere scrum, yeah. There's a double knock on there, but Lansdowne knocked it on first, so it'll be a Belvedere put in.
And you can see straight away, Belvedere want to play.
Oh, they certainly do want to play, and
maybe rushing it at times, forcing it.
Yeah, well, you don't need to force it because you've got the win, so you need to just use the win to get down there, and then let Lansdowne try to come out, and that's where Belvedere will feel that they can win this game. It's well within their grasp if they can put it together, but it's another thing putting it together and how determined are Lansdowne to hold them out.
And sometimes the wind can play a factor in your head that you feel like you almost have to score, and if you don't, it can cause havoc.
Yeah, you can panic then. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. But Lansdowne will try to keep it in hand for a fair amount of the time, I would have thought. But Belvedere look good going forward. I've liked the look of them in the first half. So it'll be very interesting.
Right in the middle of the pitch, this scrum. Options both sides for O'Sullivan. They'll want to get it in and out as quickly as possible. Meredith at 8.5 to Wilkinson. And here's Redden. Kicks it forward. Where's it going to land? But Lansdowne do well. With Madigan.
Belvedere looked very dangerous. Madigan did well to get back there, get the ball down, but Belvedere looked very dangerous there, and they got space. They worked themselves into an overlap situation, which was very good for them.
Exposing a few leaks in that Lansdowne defence.
Absolutely, and I think they would keep trying to do that.
Madigan gets rid of it, but Belvedere can run it straight back. In the 22. They'll want to score from this situation. And Fionn McWay, Hugh O'Malley, the soft hands, puts his second goal into a gap. And Fionn McWay scores on the Lansdowne Road back pitch.
Absolutely, and right under the post as well. So it's another 7 points. Lansdowne are under extreme pressure now.
But Belvedere can
things
run
are
it
looking
straight
very
back.
good for Belvedere. They've got what they wanted, an early score. And not only that, but a 7-point early score.
What hands, though, from the loose head. Hugh O'Malley.
Absolutely brilliant. And they took the try so well. There was a penalty coming to Belvedere there as well. So it's
straightforward for David Wilkinson.
24-20, only 4 points in it. So
and the game is back in the mixer.
Chance. Yeah, back in the mixer big time.
24-20. And don't take your eyes off this one.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting second half now, because they've cut off most of the points that were in Lansdowne's favour. The score just before half time made a difference as well, Kieran. That penalty was an important penalty to get before half time for Belvedere.
It seems small, but it's very significant.
It's very significant, and it gave them a smell of it. And now they're right back in it. Lansdowne are up against it big time now.
And all of a sudden, that big lead that they had, that 14-point lead.
It's not even one score now. They were more than 2 scores ahead, and now they're
back to the bare bones.
Back to the bare bones. One try would win it. And that try was sort of easy, wasn't it? He sort of... They're shouting them. That's just a setup by some of the Belvedere supporters in front of us. They're doing it automatically.
I think you're being rage baited, Mick.
It annoys me when they do that, because I've seen it in a few other grounds.
And again, Belvedere get into the wide channels.
Yeah, they're looking very dangerous.
And it looks like James Dillon has actually swapped his headgear for the second half.
Yes, he has indeed.
But Lansdowne with the penalty at the breakdown.
But what's happening there is there's a bunch of young lads in front of us, and every time a ball is kicked off, they're shouting offside, offside. And when there's a back line waiting to come up, they're offside, offside, and they're doing it concertedly to put pressure on the referee. I just don't like that. I don't think we need that in the amateur game. They can do it if they want in pro games or whatever. But to me, that's just not.
Well, respect to referees is paramount.
Lack of respect for the players and the referees. And I think it's very poor form. Anyway, that's just my beef for today.
You're old school.
Old school. I don't like cheating. I don't like people asking for a cheating situation and getting the crowd going. And I've seen a lot of it in the last few years.
Clark takes it down. Back to basics for Lansdowne. They shift across, and Sheehan goes off the back. Marks on the hard line. So effective is the centre. And Jack Matthews crossing
in front. Silly stuff, though. I mean, Lansdowne didn't need to do that, and they've lost a wonderful opportunity there.
It looked as if Jack Matthews was in two minds whether to go himself or give the pass there.
Exactly, yeah. But I mean, they didn't need to crunch. They needed to keep the spaces between them to make the try available, and they really messed it up, actually.
A lack of composure maybe there.
Yeah, just lack of composure. But I mean, that's you get that sometimes, and just unlucky.
But Lansdowne coming straight back at Belvedere. Pleasing for their management, no doubt.
Yeah, I suppose, but you don't want to miss out and end up having to go back to your own goal line, because Belvedere are not going to mess around in their own 22 now. They're going to whack it down the field.
You know what's coming.
Yeah.
But still, in their own danger zone, Belvedere, a bit of work to do. And Lansdowne make it tricky at the scrum, but straight down penalty.
Penalty, yeah. It certainly looked like they were moving Belvedere backwards there, though, which, And
Wilkinson.
Good kick out by Wilkinson, I think.
A lovely touch finder over halfway.
Yeah, really good.
And David Wilkinson, he loves that one. Mick, I know on Thursday, you're back on.
Back on again. Newbridge and Mary's. Top class match that's going to be.
Mary's Junior Cup winners just 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, they're a very good side.
A very capable side.
They are. Turner are the big favourites for the cup, though.
Some fantastic players. Mikey Smith is probably one of the best young schoolboys I've seen in recent times.
Yeah, he's a very good player. Comes from a good rugby family too, and he's a smashing player. But
Jeff O'Sullivan, the fullback.
I think they've 12 from last year.
Gareth Morgan, the 10.
Yeah.
Quality all around. And you've said it on commentary this week a few times.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the most competitive Leinster School Senior Cups in recent
It
memory.
certainly is, yeah. And it's not like you're turning around saying, well, Blackrock are favourites to win. They're certainly not favourites to win this year. And
They're always going to be
strong.
thereabouts.
They will be thereabouts. I don't think they're not an epic Blackrock side, but they're decent. And Michaels are good. You know, there's lots of goodness
Mary's,
left. Yeah,
Terenure,
Marys are very good. Terenure are very good.
Newbridge and Roscrea can cause problems as well on their day.
Oh, they can. Absolutely. There's no reason why any of those can't look for a win.
Dillon goes long. But that's a good touch finder from Lansdowne. Is there any particular players in the school's game in the last couple of weeks that have caught your eye?
Well, I'll tell you, the young lad who played scrum half for Presbury yesterday was top class. I think he's a Leinster under 19 scrum half, and he was excellent. He got two great tries. You know,
Sean MacDonald.
yeah, MacDonald's a very good player, you know, and a lovely passer of the ball as well. But he got two tries that were vital to his team, and I really enjoyed watching that game yesterday. You know, and like there was no quarter given or taken. It was just spirit the whole way. It was
The Mulligan brothers of Gonzaga. I know you called that game as
yes,
well.
I did
The
indeed.
number
Yeah.
8 and the
Yeah,
13.
very good players, and but Gonzaga are up against it against Terenure. I mean, they're going to have a tough game on Monday.
Back to the action. Here, Lansdowne Belvedere, 4 points in it. 4 points between them
Well, Belvedere
on the
have got to
table
be
as well.
favourites, yeah, but Belvedere have got to be favourites to win this game, you know.
4 points on the scoreboard and 4 points on the table.
Yeah,
Here's Beckett, the powerhouse.
he's a very strong player, isn't he?
Always hungry. His 4th season with Belvedere now, since making the move from New Zealand. Belvedere trying to insert some tempo into this game. But Lansdowne, Andy Marks makes the shot on Ryan McMahon. The chase is slow to get up, so Lansdowne have time here. And lovely, tricky feet. Makes some meters. And here's Healy, but he's smashed in the tackle. Belvedere will want to keep Lansdowne here. No easy escape. But Matthews goes high. Well taken by Wilkinson. Here's Callum Dowling. So dangerous in the loose is the hooker. O'Sullivan. A lot of kicking in this game. Lansdowne, they want to run it back. Here's McLaughlin. It's a bit of a chess match at the moment. Matthews wants to go back to the air. Meredith underneath that one, and what a take from Morgan Meredith. But Juan Beakus isn't letting him go to ground, and he might win a scrum.
Oh, well, that's a very weak squad. That's a very weak penalty. I just don't know why that was given because he was actually held up. It should have been a scrum to Lansdowne. I just can't understand what's happened there.
It didn't look like there was a knee on the ground, so
No, there was no knee on the ground. He was well off the ground, and
I thought that Lansdowne were going to get the scrum from
yeah,
that
I thought
situation.
they should have got the scrum from that. And I think the ref might be getting moved by some of these guys on the touchline screaming abuse all the time at him.
Wilkinson goes to the corner. And now Belvedere have that chance.
Have that big chance now.
This is the test for the Lansdowne rearguard.
Yeah.
Can they hold up?
It hasn't been good so far, the rear guard. You know, so you wouldn't be holding out too much hope if you're a Lansdowne supporter.
Well taken. Belvedere go to work. O'Sullivan takes it out on the switch. But nobody's home, and Lansdowne chase. And Lansdowne might be away. And Andy Marks is caught just short of the try line. He goes again. And Barry Fitzpatrick, end to end. Lansdowne, they can smell a try.
That's offside.
Daly
That has to be offside.
twists, turns, recycles. Lansdowne
Try for Lansdowne.
up front.
They did very well there to get a try out of that situation where they were buried on their own line and they've gone the length of the field.
And that's a momentum swinger.
It's a momentum swinger, but it's
Lansdowne,
not the end
they
of the
can
game for Belvedere because Belvo looked very good for me in the second half. Belvedere have been excellent. But it is
A disconnect in the Belvedere backline presented the
absolutely.
opportunity for
It
Andy
did,
Marks to charge.
loose part. I think Marks has done a very good job today. I mean, he is both defended and attacked very well, and he didn't have quite the wheels to get all the way to the line, but he got the most of the way to the line.
He did the hard yards.
Yeah, and this becomes a very important kick now.
And also, Lansdowne have the bonus point now.
They have the bonus point, which is badly needed, I can tell you. We might try and find out how the other games are going.
So Lansdowne will move on to 33 points at the very least.
Yeah. St. Mary's are still 14-0 up against Terranure. Young Munster are 54-21 up against UCD. That's wide. Wide.
Goes wide of the post, right and wide from Stephen Madigan. 29-20.
Yeah. Clontarf are 10 and Cork Connor 14. And of course, Lansdowne now are 29-20 up. So they're just more than one score up. It's not a lot. It's not a lot with what is to come and the advantage that Belvedere have with this win now in the second half.
Wilkinson gets us restarted. McWay makes the tackle. Fitzpatrick. Lansdowne set up for the exit. Madigan. Straight to Wilkinson. His opposite number. Ronan O'Sullivan onto the pitch now for Belvedere. Made his return a couple of weeks ago against Corkon. And Juan Villacus, he's away, dragged just down at the 22. And Bobby Sheehan goes himself, revs up the engine. Hugo McLaughlin puts his winger, Killian Redmond, away in the corner.
Great try by Lansdowne.
And again, Lansdowne pouncing on the scraps.
They pounced on the scraps again.
Counter-attacking rugby.
Yeah, absolutely. He just
Made
took
his
off
return
and,
a couple of weeks ago
Bobby
against
Sheehan did very
Corkon.
well and got a lovely pass away. But it was a diamond of a try for Lansdowne. I mean, we hadn't seen this coming. We see the step by Bobby and a lovely pass out, and McLaughlin gets over in the corner. So it was
and the Tullow man, Killian Redmond, in the corner.
Did well. It was Killian Redmond scored the try, but absolutely brilliant.
Bobby Sheehan, who said forwards can't dance?
I didn't say he was a good dancer, did I?
But Lansdowne, they've got that lead back now, 14 points.
I'd say Bobby has stood on a lot of young girls' feet as he was trying to dance with them, I can tell you. He's not that dainty, I can tell you.
Madigan, a tough assignment.
This is a tough kick for him. But he needs to get these, and he needs to get some of these kicks over, and if you want to stay clear and stay clear in a way that it is 14 points up now.
As sweet as you like
this, is sweet as absolutely sweet as a nut. A really good kick because that puts 16 points between them, which is more than two scores.
And Mick, are Belvedere maybe a victim of trying to play too much?
Well, I think they tried to open up. They got a bit excited when they got right back to 4 points and they started moving balls that they didn't need to move. All they need to do is keep control and
stay in the game.
Staying in the game is more important.
Wait for the opportunity to pounce.
Absolutely, yeah.
16 points the gap now
Good run by McLaughlin again.
Beakus. He's so solid, is Juan Beakus. Never has a bad game.
He's a good player. Does all the basics well. And that's all you need to do is do the basics well.
Rugby can be a simple game sometimes.
Absolutely, yeah. It's complicated by people, you know, doing what Belvedere did with that last movement where they tried to move ball that wasn't movable.
And Meredith goes over the top. Ericsson on the wing. Belvedere always trying to play at speed.
Where did Ericsson come from, Kieran?
Scary's rugby club.
Yeah, good player.
Got his chance with Leinster this season. And Lansdowne not rolling away, but Hughie O'Sullivan's not waiting around. On another penalty. Lansdowne caught in the retreat.
Yeah, yeah.
I always think it's smart. It's the dark arts from the scrum half.
It's a yellow card again, but he's being influenced by the crowd on this side, and
but scrum halves know if they go quickly, it's hard for the defender to retreat. So it's a little bit of the dark arts.
Absolutely, yeah. It's going to kick the corner. They've got to get the points back on the board, you see.
It's a back and forth game, this one.
It is indeed. There's 19 minutes plus injury left, so there's plenty of time. Belvedere don't need to panic.
One last quarter.
That's it. Lansdowne are back to 14 men again, which isn't good.
Colin Dowling making his way down the touchline. They're right where they'd want to be.
Yes, they are.
Colin Dowling ready to put ball in hand. He has ball in hand already. First job, hit the target. Well taken. But a mix-up at the line-out is costly.
Knock on, yeah. It was a silly mistake, trying to be over fancy on the line-out. All you need to do is catch it at 2 and bring it down and start rolling. And they're just trying to do stuff that's probably not what the coaches wanted them to do at this stage of the game.
Jerry Hill brought that one down. Belvedere with the clever shift that didn't work out.
Exactly, and they were trying to move it away from the point of catch, but you only do that if you really have to, and I didn't think it was that necessary at that point. But Lansdowne now have to try and get out of there. Lansdowne have to try and play out for 5 yards from their own line, and that wind is against them. So what do? Do you kick it up and just try to get out of the 22 and have a team coming back at you, or do you carry it up?
You're the experienced out half, you tell me.
Yeah, well, I would certainly maybe play to hand first and then
one or two phases
kick it as far as you can. They're going to get a penalty here.
What's big boys?
Yeah, they used the scrum to get the penalty, which was a good idea.
They do the hard work.
Yeah.
No kick needed.
Yeah. They've certainly demolished the Belvedere scrum several times today, and that's with one player off the field as well, which was it a back that was sent off? I'm sure it was a back that was sent off, actually. It probably had 8 in the scrum anyway.
McLaughlin clears the lines, and Lansdowne will have the throw in.
That's a very short kick from there. Very short kick. He's got to trust himself a bit more on that. The guys don't trust themselves. I have to say one thing about Prendergast playing for Ireland. When he kicks the corner, he gets to the corner with it. He's a brilliant kicker to the corner flag, and he trusts himself to go for it. And I like that about him. I think he's a wonderful kicker to the corner. And
he's not polished yet, but he has.
No. Belvo, lovely possession here.
Ericsson to Redden. This is better from Belvedere. Here's Jack Keating. Throws it back inside. Beckett's there.
Great chance to score now.
And Beckett bounces off the defenders. The time is now for Belvedere. O'Sullivan. And McWay wasn't ready for the pass.
No, he wasn't ready. It was a bad pass, though. It was a pass that was much too low and hard for him.
Fired at him.
Yeah, fired it at him. And, you don't expect a forward to take that pass. He's a number 5. And most of those guys are, Their mothers didn't want to have guys of that size.
Big boys.
Eating all the porridge in the house. Well, he didn't certainly didn't want to be bending down to ankle.
He wasn't
His ankle.
expecting it.
He wasn't expecting that ball. I mean, that should have been a ball straight into his gut.
And it's just the little things for Belvedere that are costing them.
Well, it is, yeah, and leaves them. It leaves them, under pressure, and they're now in a situation where they feel that every time they've got to move the ball, they've got to move it to try and score a try, and that leaves you under another pressure altogether that you're not able to cope with. Just keep it simple and just do the right things at the right time and play your natural game. But Lansdowne need to do a better job of trying to come out of here, They haven't been brilliant at this either, So,
But on the scoreboard,
yeah,
as things stand, they'll get the 5 points,
yeah.
which is crucial.
Well, two tries that have virtually been stolen in the second half by Lansdowne, really.
Counter-attacking rugby.
Absolutely.
One was end to end.
Yeah, yeah. It's just breakaway stuff, and it's great to see, and it's great to see that they're willing to try it and willing to go for it.
Fortuitous.
Yeah, you got to take your chances and do what you have to do.
Matthews with the feed. Lansdowne again. Happy to keep it in the oven. And they get the
penalty. They're really using the scrum to make all the difference for them. Belvedere have not been able to cope with the Lansdowne scrum at all.
What a tool to have, though, in your box.
Yeah. It's great to have it. They've done well.
36-20.
Yeah.
Things going the way of Lansdowne at the minute. Their first win of 2026.
Absolutely.
They can see it. It's in sight.
Well, it's there for them. And if it doesn't happen, it's more down to their own lack of belief in themselves.
They go to the back. Keeley brings it down. Sheehan gives it to a scrum half. Work away. A good contestable. And Killian Redmond comes away with it. Heaney. Frossen.
Stupid stuff. I mean, that was really, really silly stuff.
Often the ball straight back up.
Yeah. Well, Matthews should maybe have put that up in the air because he couldn't find anybody to pass it to. So either run with it or stick it through. And, you hesitate, you fail. And that's what happens.
Chris O'Connor is in for Belvedere now, former Irish under-20 scrum half last season. Lansdowne are on the road in the next game against Nina Ormond.
Yeah.
Nina.
Right. They've been beaten by everybody virtually, haven't they?
Look destined to be heading straight back down.
Yeah. Well, they're losing again today. Nina Ormonds are 47-0 at the minute.
And Belvedere hosts Young Munster in their next game.
Yeah.
At the end of February.
Well, Young Munster have a load of Munster players playing for them today, and it's showing in the score that they've built up 68 points to 21 against UCD. UCD beat Lansdowne here.
Belvedere
2 weeks ago.
Want to get a move on, and Beckett tidies up again.
It's a scrum to Lansdowne.
But we're coming back for the scrum.
Knocked on. Yeah, it was a forward pass, really. Belvedere falling apart in the last 5 minutes. They've let this game slip from their grasp.
And is it that wind? It can get in your head sometimes.
Yeah, it can. It can if you allow it to. I mean, I have to say,
it's a mental game.
I used to love playing in the wind because you could actually dictate a game in the wind, And when you're playing against the wind, it doesn't mean you can't kick. You just need to kick more strategically, in behind wingers, not straight to full backs and have them lob back 60-yarders to you. Like a lot of the games come in. There was one.
Play yourself around the park.
There was a little bit of Gaelic football going on up and down the field, and that shows a lack of enterprise, really. That's a decent kick. That's
And
a
Madigan,
decent kick by Madigan. He's done very well
I
there.
heard you on commentary, but Dylan does really well to keep it alive.
Yeah, he did very well there.
McWay with the
Jay-
step.
Got out of jail there.
Or Ronan O'Sullivan, I should say, with the step. Meredith goes long, but straight back to Lansdowne. Madigan has time. He gets away from the defender. Torrent. Matthews taking the sting out of the game. Slowing
Absolutely.
things
Yeah,
down.
stick it up in the air. That's
Who's
better
underneath
kick
this
too.
one? Well taken. Belvedere. It's a race against time now. Dowling to Ericsson on the
away.
wing.
Oh, forward pass from him.
But again,
Yeah.
forcing the pass when it's not on.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Callum Dowling. Belvedere decide to kick straight into the hands of Killian Redmond. And we know he can fly. But he's hit hard and low. Stopped in his tracks. Bobby Sheehan
Oh, he got it
decides
back.
to kick.
Bobby got it back. It came back on a. It came back.
Fortuitous.
Very fortuitous. He was actually blocked, and it came back into his arms.
And Belvedere get the penalty at the breakdown. Hands on. But Belvedere again.
Oh, throwing it away.
No need to do that.
Panicking, panicking for no reason. Oh my goodness.
Andy Marks.
He didn't need to kick it. The Lansdowne need to keep it in their hands now. They're inside the 22 against the wind.
Helter
Keep it in their
skelter.
hands. Yeah. God, lads don't think about what they're doing sometimes.
Matthews to O'Riordan. O'Riordan goes into traffic and he does really well to wriggle away from the
Gosh, he's
tackler.
right up to the line.
They're on the edge, Lansdowne. Beatrice. Where's that ball? Lansdowne, are they over?
They're claiming it, but it's not over the line. Clearly not over the line. So Belvedere have a chance to break out of here.
And that lamppost not helping us in commentary.
No, it's not. You can't see what we're doing here.
Lansdowne keeping it in tight. Up the jumper rugby.
It's good camera work by our boys and the camera. No, it's not over the line. Still short.
They go again. Fitzpatrick this
Short
time.
of the line.
Matthews lets it out to the backs. O'Riordan.
No, he's been knocked back.
Good defence from Belvedere.
Lansdowne still have it though, Kieran.
They go again. All muscle, no skill.
I love that. No. All muscle, no skill.
But Lansdowne tip it on.
It's a try for Lansdowne.
And on the line.
That's the winning of the game.
Try
right
time.
there. Yeah, that's the winning of the game. They took it well, but it took them a long time to make it well. You know what I
They
mean?
go again.
Yeah.
But they stayed focused.
They stayed focused and just kept it simple. And, eventually the defence will break if you just keep possession of the ball and not lose the ball. It's good work. Good work there. And
Hard to see who put that ball down.
yeah. Oh, it's a good try. Got in very well.
But that's
I haven't
that.
a clue who scored it, to be quite honest.
Lansdowne, 5 points.
Yes.
And their first win of 2026.
And they badly needed us, Things were starting to look
January was a barren month.
a very barren month.
But February, they found a new lease of life. And 5 points on the board.
You're very poetic about it. Is it a Wicklow thing, is it?
Who knows? Who knows? I wish I did better in my English Leaving Cert exam. Anyway.
You didn't need to. You're doing fine.
But, Mick, we were talking about Lansdowne, that it was going to be hard for them in the second half. But
Yeah.
it's been the opposite of that, really.
Yeah, but I would put that partly down to Belvedere and the way Belvedere have played the second half. They started straight
And
away with a try. All you need to do then is knock it down, get down there and make more tries. And all they've done is knock on, pass forward.
scoreline
They've done
fever, maybe once they
absolutely,
got that
absolutely.
4 point gap.
Yeah, absolutely. And it just Belvedere have sort of fallen away and fallen apart since that happened. And
A tough day at the office
yeah,
for Belvedere.
yeah. I'd say they're a bit surprised by what's happened in the second half, and all this while Lansdowne are down to 14 men. Lansdowne were down to 14 men during that.
Lansdowne take it in. Healy. And this will put Lansdowne right back into the fight for the playoffs.
Yeah, it'll put them back in with a chance of it. I mean, I don't think there's quite, if you look at the score up in Clontarf, Cork Connor winning in Clontarf, they're looking very strong now, Cork Connor.
And Young Munster are in that mix as well.
Absolutely. And Young Munster, so many, when they get their Munster players, they're so strong. And you have to pity UCD today down there getting pummeled by these pro players,
Shane O'Leary playing with Young Munster at the moment.
That's right. Yeah.
Got capped for Canada at a World Cup.
Yeah, so hard to beat. This is going to be an interesting one now for Belvedere. They have a chance of getting a try here, right on the 5-meter line.
UCD.
Just 4 minutes left plus injury times.
UCD are in a tricky position at the moment.
They are.
That relegation playoff looks likely.
Yeah. Because when I saw UCD playing, I was really impressed with them. I mean, they've beaten us twice.
And here's the maul.
Twice this season.
Belvedere.
They'll have to move it.
O'Connor gets it away. And Belvedere score. And now they've got time for one more try and a bonus point.
Well, that's right, yeah. We're up to 3 tries now.
Looks likely.
Yeah. Because when I saw UCD...
And over it goes.
That's 27, isn't it? Yeah,
41-27.
41-27, and still some time left.
And one more try.
Yeah.
Would give Belvedere a losing bonus point in the shape of the 4-try rule.
Yes, absolutely.
And 2 more tries would give them another bonus point.
Absolutely, yeah. So it's there's everything to play for Belvedere. They need to keep playing away.
And 2 converted tries would be a draw.
Yeah. Madigan's gone off and
James Tarrant
is on. Yeah.
Lansdowne do really well with that restart. Went up in chase. 1 possession. James Kenny is in as well at scrum half for Lansdowne. Fitzpatrick, so good today, the number 8. McLaughlin knocks one in behind.
Good ball too. Good ball. That's the sort of ball you need. You need to place your opposition back inside their 22 from a kickoff. That is excellent work by Lansdowne. And Belvedere want to hurry things up now because it's down to 1 minute 30 plus injury time. So
McLaughlin made his Leinster debut in October, of course.
He did indeed. He did very well, and he looks the part, doesn't he? I mean, he looks like he has possibilities.
His brother Luke is actually playing at the moment for Belvedere, but unavailable today.
Unavailable, is he? Yeah.
Trying to push himself into that Irish under-20s picture.
Must be great having 2 boys hating each other at home when there's a match between the 2 clubs.
All's fair in love and war.
Not really.
Did you ever play against any of your brothers back in the day?
No, never did. They were always Newbridge and then Lansdowne, so never did really.
One shoe fits all in the Quinn household.
That's right, yeah.
Charlie was a pretty good coach as well back in the day.
He was a great coach. He was great
for Bective back in the day.
Very good forwards coach. He coached Castleknock with me. He did the forwards, I did the backs. When we worked on the Lansdowne under-20s as well when we won the All-Ireland under-20s title. So
Charlie, one of the greatest coaches I've ever come across.
Great piece of stuff, yeah.
And Belvedere win the penalty.
That's right.
So there's time. But they have to move quickly. And Killian Redmond.
Whoa.
But Liam Granville wasn't happy.
No.
And it's been brought up.
Yeah, but see, you don't need to be silly either. You know, he should have given them the ball. Belvedere the right to have the ball. You give the ball to them. You don't.
Don't give them easy meters.
Yeah, but don't act the canister and end up losing another 10 meters.
The game's won for Lansdowne, so there's no need for them to get involved in any of that stuff.
Exactly, yeah. We're into injury time, but they could end up giving away another score now, and that gives Belvo another bonus point. And you don't want to be doing that.
Liam Granville, he actually holds the squat record in Belvedere College.
Does he? Does he?
In the history books.
In the history books.
The man who held the record before him was a certain Keane Healy.
Keane Healy. And did he beat Keane Healy's record?
Allegedly so.
God. Oh my God.
And Granville is clean with the throw. And Granville at the back. Belvedere, can they get a losing bonus point? Still going forward, slowly but surely. O'Connor will take it out. Meredith. Or Johnny Kiley, I should say. Belvedere coming around the corner at pace. Tom Mulcair. Beckett, the powerhouse. Almost crashes over the line. And they get the try. And they get the losing bonus point. And Belvedere, for Johnny Kiley, I should say,
time.
2 tries.
You never know.
Belvedere coming around the corner at pace.
Can Belvedere win the match yet? We don't know how long is left injury-wise.
41-34, and it could be a draw.
Could be a draw. That's the thing. Yeah, you've got to look out for everything now.
Well, that's it.
Well, the referee's blown time. It is time.
So Belvedere lead at 1 point. Lansdowne get all 5, but more importantly, they get their first win of 2026.
That's it. A very important win for Lansdowne, and not necessary to give points away at the end of the game. Lansdowne, they've got to look at that.
And discipline towards the end.
Defensively, indiscipline, giving an extra 10 yards just by being idiotic, holding on to a ball you don't need to hold on to. But that's the way it is, and it's a good win for Lansdowne in the end. From 2 breakaway tries in the second half have made all the difference for Lansdowne. They could have been under severe pressure to win this game.
And that's all from us today. Mick, as always, it's been a pleasure. Enjoy the schools rugby during the week.
And we'll you, Kieran, you enjoy it as well. You're doing a few matches as well.
Monday and Wednesday,
yeah.
And we'll be back with you in a couple of weeks' time. Thank you for listening.